eat it, they'll be like, say what? It's vegan? So yeah.
Hey guys, it's your girl Chef Joya, and welcome back to my channel. Say what? It's vegan. I am so excited about this next recipe. So the first thing you're gonna do is go ahead and click subscribe to my channel so you can be sure to have the best vegan recipes there is. Now we're getting ready to get into one of my favorite sandwiches I never had until I was grown. Okay, hear that again? Never had it until I was grown because my parents decided to be vegan when I was 7 years old, so I didn't get a chance to try the luxurious sandwich. But this is a Chicago-style Italian beef. So let's go ahead and get started. It's going to be 100% vegan and absolutely delicious. Now, this sandwich is just, I mean, it's unbelievable. Like, it's meaty, it's juicy, it's spicy, it's all that good stuff. And I first seen this from my sister when she came from Chicago. Like, my family is from west side of Chicago. My dad is actually from south side of Chicago. But my mama side of the family is from west side of Chicago. And they would eat these Italian beefs. And I used to be like, oh my gosh, this looks so amazing. But I could never eat it. And when I got older and I was able to finally get it, when I tell you I ate these things, I ate these things. And when I'm making this vegan, I try to remember those flavors and those textures. So I'm bringing it right to you. And the full details of this recipe is in my cookbook, baby. It's just vegan. You may see me doing something a little bit different because I'm always steer away from my recipes because everything gets better and better, all right? I may write it one way and I may do it a different way, but collectively, if you're one that needs the recipe, make sure you get the cookbook because it has over 40 delicious vegan recipes. Right here, I am heating up some vegetable broth and I'm gonna add a cup of dry red wine. Make sure it's not a sweet wine. And then also I'm gonna go ahead and add in some basil. Now you can use fresh basil or you can use basil paste. And then next I'm gonna take this Italian herb paste, or you can go ahead and use some Italian seasoning, but you just wanna make sure you have some oregano, you wanna have that thyme, some marjoram, some rosemary. You wanna have those nice flavors, and we're gonna add that right into our broth. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and add in some black pepper, which is super key. Then we're gonna add in some vegan beef bouillon. This is the better than bouillon. It says vegetarian beef base, but it also says vegan, okay? So I don't want you to be like, Chef, it say vegetarian. It's vegan. Trust me, it's vegan, okay? So we're gonna add in our vegan beef base. Then next we're gonna go ahead and add in our liquid smoke. All right. And we can't forget the star of the show, my red house seasoning, which is gonna have all those beefy flavors in there. It's gonna have your salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, cumin, brown sugar, smoked paprika, along with some other amazing ingredients. So we're gonna go ahead and add this to our mixture. And you see how quick this is coming up to a boil because it is ready for us, okay? It is ready, it is going to go down. And you want this stock flavorful because your vegan soy chunks is going to attach to this, okay? And then you're also gonna use this gravy for some other goodies. All right, so I'm gonna use my dry soy chunks. You can get this from your local Asian market. If you can't find it at your Asian market, I'll put a link below that you can get off of Amazon. It will cost you a lot more, but you'll be able to have it. If you're like, Chef, I don't eat soy, I can't use soy, we definitely can make a seitan recipe. You can do it for this. Can you do this with mushrooms? Yes. Can you do this with jackfruit? Yes. Will it be just as good? No, it will not. But you will still be able to get that. That broth will be amazing. I'll say that. That broth gonna be bomb. Well, I like to get that. I like those textures, all right? So we're gonna add our soy chunks to it. I feel like I need to add 2 packs to this because I think once they get a hold to it, it's gonna be over. It's gonna be over for everybody. I'm also gonna add in some vegan Worcestershire sauce. Yeah, I know I gotta have my Worcestershire sauce. A little bit of Worcestershire sauce. All right, so and we're gonna add in a little bit of crushed red pepper for additional heat. Now that it's up to a rapid boil, we're gonna cover it with the lid and bring it down to about medium-low heat and allow this to cook for about 10 minutes or until the soy chunks are completely tender and soft. All right, so right now our chunks is still simmering in the broth and you can easily take it out. I do have certain steps that I do in my cookbook that I am doing differently here. So I'm gonna take my onions and my bell pepper and my garlic and I'm gonna go ahead and add that to my olive oil. And it just really depends if you like your peppers and onions really soft, you could put them and early like I do, or if you want them a little bit more al dente, you can add them in later. Okay. So I'm gonna hit it with a little bit of my red house seasoning. And while this is cooking, I'm gonna let this cook down for about 1 minute. Then I'm gonna go and grab my soy chunks in the bowl. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and add in our chunks that's been cooking in our Italian beef stock. And look how rich that flavor is. Like absolutely delicious. And I'm gonna go ahead and add this to the pan. I am taking a little bit of that juice with me because we want some of that juice to come with us. And we want some of that juice to stay behind too. So I'm gonna add a little bit. Give a nice little mix around. I'm gonna add just a little touch. But we do want to soften up our peppers and onions just a little bit more. Well, I like to. But I just want to make sure that it is done right. It is authentic as possible to the flavor because my mama will get me, honey. All right. We're just going to let this cook a little bit more. Get a nice little mix around. So we're going to let this cook for about 5 more minutes. And then we're going to build our sandwich. It is just like that. It'll be ready to go. It's easy, delicious, and easily going to be your next favorite sandwich. Y'all so excited about this. Look. I got my gravy. It's done. I allowed the gravy to keep cooking, okay? I let mine reduce all the way down because the more reduced, the thicker and richer that it is, okay? Then I'm going to grab my bread. You know, you want to make sure you can find like the small Italian hoagie rolls. You can, you know. And a lot of them they're already vegan, so don't look for a vegan Italian rolls. You find that at the grocery store. So we're going to go ahead and load this up into our sandwich. Look, I've been messing my bread. That's all right. As long as the flavor is there, okay? I like my veggies, some add extra peppers. But we're gonna load this thing up with this meat like that, okay? Then we gotta take our, I don't know how to say it, Giardiniera, I don't know. But don't get the one you get in the South that got all them big old pieces of cauliflower and broccoli and stuff. Make sure you get the Chicago style, all right? It's the Giardiniera. You know, I know Publix has it for sure. You know, certain Trader Joe's in Chicago has it. You got to get the right one. You go to like the international markets, but it's the one that's chili based. You know, I made my own recipe a long time ago. I ain't doing it again. I didn't do it for the cookbook because baby is just vegan. Go to the store and buy it. That's what that means. You ain't got to make it from scratch. All right. So I like to load mine up with peppers. If you're not a fan of the peppers, which I don't know how you're not, but you can go ahead and add some hot sauce to it too. Now, I know some people, y'all, they add cheese to it. Yeah, I ain't never had it like that, but my sister eat hers with cheese. That ain't for me. All right. All right, so we got this thing locked and loaded. And I know, you know what that means. It means it's ready to go. So we gonna go ahead and dip this in it. Now, this is not a first date sandwich. This is not I'm trying to be cute sandwich. You better find your person when you eat this sandwich, okay? You better make sure you got your person because this is about to get down with the get down. And listen, I got me being real sloppy on this internet this month, but I like it. So just dip it. Oh my God! Listen, this thing falls apart. Okay, because you can get it wet or you get it dry, and it just means dip. Like get it dipped up in there. Okay, hold on. I'm the happiest little pig right now. This is so freaking good. Get the cookbook, baby. It's just vegan. Make sure you try this recipe out, and when you do, come back to this post and let me know what it is you think. Be sure to share with everyone you know where you can find the best vegan recipes there is. I mean, every time you share my content, every time you like, every time you subscribe, it gets more people talking about the best vegan food there is. And that's right here on Say What Is Vegan. I am Chef Joya, and I will see you next time. Ciao. Oh, I probably got Italian beef all in my nails. But it's okay. It's not. It's mine.